Hello and welcome to another installation of TechTalk. We are back. It is a new year, 2020. Mike, is there a new...
It's 2022.
It's actually 2022, but yeah, welcome back, guys.
What did I say?
2020.
It's 2020.
I think what you meant is the previous year.
We're doing reruns
now. 2022 now. Welcome back, everyone. Everyone's looking fresh and awesome and ready to go.
Oh, Mike.
So today poses the question: are we still talking about different concrete types? Like a few things we circle around back every now and then and touch on again. We thought we'd touch on this one again real quick and have a quick refresher. And then I believe there's a pretty big announcement involved in this Tech Talk as well. So that'll be a bit to chat about there too. Yeah, take it away, guys. What do you reckon, Josh? I know you were the one that said you felt we needed to circle back to this topic and touch on it again.
Yeah. Okay. I guess the feeling actually is frustration. The feeling is, are we doing this again? And I say this as kindly as I can, but we're still getting the weekly telephone calls, the frustrations and the emotional breakdowns on site. Is it the concrete? Is there something wrong here? How do I know what I'm supposed to tackle here? I've said it before. We've covered this before. Concrete is constantly changing as far as the technology and the development in the concrete production world, which is fantastic. And as manufacturers, mobile manufacturers, we need to be abreast of the changes in this concrete and keep up with the market. And we need to adapt and make sure that we can continue to produce a product on what's before us. And of course, knowledge is key in keeping up with that. However, the principles for keeping up with that and knowing if you're going to be successful on site is pretty straightforward. And we've got this guy here, Kurt from Rock Up Group, who's always driving these principles home. What is it, Kurt?
Mate, look, if it comes down to this, knowing your process and setting the sample. The process...
The S word.
Yeah. If you
drop the S bomb.
The sample. It's sample. When in doubt, do a sample. Let it show you what your tooling's going to do. Show them what the end result's going to be. But if you don't have a process that you run with continuously on your jobs, then it makes it very hard to be able to work with that material that you're working with at that time. You've still got to have that process. You've still got to know how to tweak your process because you've perfected your process. And by doing that sample, puts your mind at ease, puts your client at ease, it puts everyone at ease on how to travel forward for however many more meters you've got to do. It's really that simple. And I get the phone calls all the time. Where should I go to next? Should I do this? Should I put this tool on? I don't know that, but what I can say is run through a sample, run through the process that you know, and the floor will speak to you. It will speak to you. It really is that simple. So yeah, there is a lot of different types of concrete out there, and it happens. But if you're changing your process on every floor, you're going to make it hard every time.
The phone call you'd probably like to get, Kurt, is, hey, I've done my sample and this is where I'm at. Then you're probably armed and dangerous. You're able to help them. Yeah.
But then that just becomes a phone call of saying, how great the weather is, and we can just have a balmy old chat. Because if you've done the sample and they're like, I just want to get a bit more gloss out of it, well, put a 1500 on, then we can talk about the weather.
Milan, you've got a contracting background. Does it sound relevant?
Absolutely. I mean, sample, like Kurt say, number one thing. A lot of the times you don't know what you're dealing with, and I hear contractors always saying, every slab is different. Even a better reason to do samples. If you're saying this and you aren't doing samples, you're setting yourself up for failure. You might get away with it in a few jobs, but you'll get stumped. And it comes back down to not doing a sample, and all of a sudden you invested all this time in doing this large area, which essentially became your sample area, and now you're in a bit of a pickle. So investing a couple of hours and just doing a sample and tweaking a few things to know what to lock in is actually going to save you time, job to job. So yeah, I can definitely relate to that, and it's I can't mention enough as well. Sample. So
actually, I've got a question, Kurt.
Yes,
Like,
yes, Daniel.
We had this tech talk last week, right? Like Milan, Josh and I, Mike was still doing his tan and you were doing his tan, but I heard, and I have a feeling looking at your tan, you're not very tan, man. What happened?
This is called a night shift tan, which is good because it's a good question. You know, last week I saw the tech talk and then we were talking about efficiency and using our time while work, you know, smarter, not harder. And look, a lot of the reasons like Rock Up Group did work, we worked over the whole Christmas time, but to work efficiently in the CBD of Melbourne in a time where there's no one in the offices, especially at night, and when everyone's on holiday, means that we have access to more meters, more objections, and are able to punch out the floor a lot quicker, you know, and then and hopefully we'll pick up that holiday time a little bit later on in the year. But sometimes you've got to go hard at the time where it's going to, you know, suit productivity the best, and we chose to do that. It is the best time. But no, I don't have a tan, but I will get a tan.
You get a catch-up tan.
Catch-up tan.
I heard you say earlier you've done over the last week 1,000 squares.
Yep, we did a good 1,000 meters over the break. Multiple locations in the CBD. Yeah, it's been a big few weeks.
Did you do a sample?
Always. The concrete that we're working with in these CBDs, I mean, when we're talking about, you know, working with strange material, like some of these 12th floor, 23rd floor, we're experiencing concrete that's been there for a very long time and does some really crazy things, and it can change from meter to every 3 meters there might be another pour or another join. So it's a matter of finding that section on where you might have 5 different materials in one and expect that that's probably going to be the norm over the next 3 weeks. That's the best place to do the sample, because we know that one area might require more densifier than another. So then we're going to think about how much, you know, waste, you know, how much do we need to put into that floor, but we don't need to put into this bit, and gauge in all that to be able to run smoothly. So yeah, and then with floor, man, you concrete polishers know floor flatness. We require 3 mil over 3 meters. We're not getting that on those high rises, and nor would I promise someone that they are going to get the perfectly flat floor, because it is out of our power. We don't have any room to be able to take more material out of here to be able to bring it down to here. So it's a matter of getting that floor in a tolerance that's going to look acceptable for us and for the client. And we do achieve that every time, which is good. But there's no point pulling your hair out going, oh, you know, there's a ripple there. That's what you've been given, and that's what you've got to work with. And that's real time. You can't pull your hair out with that stuff.
Yeah. So one thing, like a real question now. Like, let's say you have a floor in a high-rise apartment or building, and let's say it's an office. You've got 500 square meters or even 300 square meters. Who cares? Where do I do my sample? Do you pick the worst area? Do you pick the main entrance? Where is the best area to do this sample to know you're gonna, you know, the troubles that what you're looking for?
Well, it'd be done at the start. So if you've got 2 operators or 3 operators or however many operators on the job, everyone would set up in their area and production would start. That one person probably would be me that would start at the same time and start doing first cut. We'd probably all do that together. Then one person would drop back and start doing a sample while production keeps going. And it doesn't matter where on the floor that sample is, because when we know what our process is and we know what we're putting into the floor, we can blend into that at any time. And how big that sample is, it can be 2 runs, it can be 3 runs, it could be the first whole section of, 50 meters. I know the other night in the CBD, we had to get 2 offices done in one night. I think it was 40 meters, and that was my sample. The first office was 40 meters, because that was the sample for the rest of the floor going forward. So just capturing the sample and doing all that at the right time is the best part. It doesn't matter where the sample goes. It's just get the sample done and keep productivity going at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I know some customers going back to away from, say, a high rise or something, going back to more like a residential, they might do it where the cabinetry is or the kitchen island is or something like that. If they want to have a bit of a play with things anyway, that can be a bit of a good spot.
Yeah. Oh, I'd just do a bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to lose time. I don't want to lose productivity. If you can get into a bedroom and bring up a sample, that means that one room's already done when the sample wins.
Yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm. I'm finding all this info really, really good, really practical and that sort of stuff. But I kind of feel like you're holding something back. Is there something you want to tell us? Like, just fess up, man.
Really?
Yeah. Time to come clean.
It's time to come clean.
Drop the bomb.
Gee, so guys, for you that don't know it, I'm talking to you three on the screen besides Josh. I won't be coming back for Tech Talk next week. Or the week after that. It's okay.
Where are you going?
No. We Rock Up Group is going to be stepping back from the Tech Talk and the seminars this year. We're really developing and moving forward with the one-on-one programs with our clients and our training, our private stuff. And we're really, everyone knows that Danny and I are really passionate about that, and we've got a lot of response from that, and it's keeping us really busy. And we're touring as of next week. We're off to South Australia for that's our first point of call, and there's a lot of tractions happening there, and we're really sticking to what it is that we do for you contractors out there. We want to see you guys succeed. We want to perfect your process. We want to help you guys do what you guys do. We know what it's all about. Yeah, we're really honing in on that this year. So it doesn't mean that we're leaving, and I'm leaving you guys. I'm still there, but yeah, we are just taking Rock Up Group on the road that we plan to do.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like you're making it gentle for us there, in this breakup. We're stepping back and we're doing I read through what really happened there, Kurt. All right?
Yeah.
You've been listening to Tech Talk for the last 1.5 years, and you've just gone, you know what, man? I'm committing 100% to what people are asking for, and that's what we're doing.
That's exactly what it is.
And that means having to get rid of some of the things that are distracting you from that. And I think that is a message for everyone. If you truly believe in what you're doing, you've got to commit to it 110%, and that does mean having to let go of some of the things that you enjoy doing.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
That means basically you friend zoning us, so we got in a relationship.
It's not you, it's me. Is that?
It's not you. It's not you guys. It's me. No, it's a friendship. It's a friendship.
So if I'm a contractor every Friday tuning in, watching Tech Talk now, and I just, the blues, and I miss Kurt. How do I get in touch with Kurt now? How do I speak to Kurt?
It's all our channels. It all goes through our Instagram. It all goes through Rock Up Group's Instagram. We have multiple conversations. We're not stepping back, guys. We're stepping forward 100%. We're listening to the market. We're listening to what you guys are saying, and we're just going to get out there and we're going to service the hell out of you because the industry needs it. I know what you guys need, and I'm going to bring it to you heavy and hard.
Do you think you still might make the odd cameo every now and then? Maybe call in from time to time, say good day?
I think so.
I reckon we're going to try and squeeze Kurt for maybe a monthly, just to keep us abreast of what's happening in the industry, I reckon. You reckon we could get a month or every second month from you, Kurt?
Mate, I'd say, it'd be rude not to check in every month because I think not only is it's such a great thing to be able to share knowledge and to be able to talk about what's happening. And like I said, I'm going to be on the road a fair bit, and I think it'd be great to bring it back to a platform where we can all talk about what's happening out there. So if it was a monthly thing, guys, that we were going to commit to, I'm more than happy, and I'd love to be a part of that because I think it's great.
That's good.
Dude,
Oh,
awesome.
that sounds like we're staying friends.
You can't get rid of me.
Got the curtain rash.
Yeah. Hey, you're a good buddy of mine, and I just want to wish you well, man. Obviously shows all the hard work you've put into your business, into your new business. Let's say new business. It has paid off, and guys taking on your knowledge, which has been great. I wish you very well, brother. Keep up the great work. We're excited to see what RockUp is pushing out the door. Obviously, it's a very, very specialized industry, and your expertise, I think, has a massive impact on these guys, and that shows in the force. So respect to you, man, to take that path, and all the guys who take up RockUp Group, you won't regret it. Kurt is a great guy. He's great to work with. I worked with him for a while now, and all the best for you and Danny.
Thanks, brother.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's from all of us. I signed that card too.
And I know especially in the later part of last year, you did a lot around Melbourne of what you're talking about, sort of going into state and things like that. And I can say quite easily 4 or 5 customers plus that you've had one-on-one contact with that have just absolutely got so much out of it. So that's direct feedback from them to me, and I'm sure to yourself. And yeah, as Dan said, mate, awesome. Good luck with it. And yeah, still look forward to getting you back every now and then, and till you rep. So I'll still be in touch at least once a week, mate. So yeah, but and yeah, thanks for helping me along when I got kicked off as well. Mate. So I appreciate it.
No, legend.
You haven't been kicked off yet, mate.
No, I mean kicked off with work.
Hey, but I have a question for the Works Plus team. What does this mean now for TechTalk?
It means it's a lot easier to edit because it's just 4 squares.
Tough crowd.
It's going to fit better
Skirt's still on,
on your mobile device. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. It's all right, everybody. We're already talking about some really great things, and you'll see some exciting changes as well. I think you guys will enjoy what we got planned. So I was just making a joke.
And also, we'll have one less person each week to bounce ideas off. It'd be great if we can hear from you guys watching. Drop us a comment what you want to hear now that Kurt, won't be contributing every week with topics. We'd love to hear from you. So drop us a line.
Absolutely. We're here for you guys. So whatever you guys think is going to propel your business and move you forward. If that's not a couple of days with RockUp Group, or I've seen their programs, so I know they're actually pretty well booked out. So you might be waiting. If you don't think you can wait 3 months to get an answer, maybe we'll do something on TechTalk. Alrighty, guys.
Wrap it up.
It's Friday. I know what I want to do.
Find some concrete.
Yeah.
For sure.
Do a sample.
All the best, Kurt. Do a sample. That's right.
See you, man.
It's Friday. This is my weekend sample. How's it going to turn out?
Yeah. My pleasure, guys. Thank you so much for having me on the screen. It has been a privilege, and it's not only developed myself as a person, it's developed RockUp as a company, and I appreciate that, and I see that, and I say to everyone out there, you need to leverage off everyone in your industry, because we're all part of a sector, and we'll grow strong and keep pushing forward all together. So thanks for having me on board, and you're not getting rid of me, but thank you.
Good.
Alrighty. Thanks, gentlemen.
Guys.
Have a great
Awesome.
weekend, guys.
Thanks, Kurt.
Good on you,
Best of
Kurt.
luck.
No worries, boys. We can still still call me. I'm still here.
I'll be calling you.
You ain't got rid of us, man.
All right.